Sandwiched between Mazeroski Way and the Roberto Clemente Bridge, welcome to PNC Park. MLB The Show has action out of the NL Central. It's the Chicago Cubs going up against the Pittsburgh Pirates. John Shambi alongside Chris Singleton. Well, Singy, when you consider the most gorgeous ballparks in the sport, this one right here, PNC in Pittsburgh, one of the best in the game.
And from where we sit, just a gorgeous view of downtown. You've got the bridges, the Allegheny River. In fact, we've seen some hitters hit the ball into that river, and perhaps we'll see that today.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. About to get started here, and on the hill, Kyle Nicholas. But, Chris, he hasn't exactly been stellar here on his home mound.
Well, I'll say this. Every player wants to perform well at their home ballpark, in front of their fans, in front of the city. And you know this guy no different. He wants to be more effective here. So, you look at the numbers. They haven't been great at home. I'm sure he wants to turn that around, and we'll see if he's able to start that in this one.
And lines out to third. Here's a look at the Cubs lineup. And one to watch, of course, their three-hole hitter, Seiya Suzuki.
Yeah, definitely someone I always enjoy, when I get a chance to watch him, whether he's hitting a game or even taking swings during batting practice. Man, this guy's always so focused on what he's doing on that task at hand. He's got so much attention to detail that when he steps in the box, his success rate is really high.
Kyle Tucker stands in now and watches strike one. One out, base is empty. Swing and a foul out of play. The pitch. Waves at the bender for the strikeout.
Well, that's a curveball that people like to describe as a hammer or Uncle Charlie, and you can see why. It's not a looping slow curve. He throws it hard, and it gets plenty of bite on the end.
Seiya Suzuki, the next Cub to hit. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. And that keeps the inning going. And now the batter is Carson Kelly. Right through there for a strike. Kelly measures 6 feet 2 inches. Batting in the cleanup spot. And he was a second-round pick back in 2012. Throw over to first, and he's back in there.
He's a master at hitting fastballs. You need to be careful with location if you're going to throw them.
2 outs.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
This one in the dirt. In there safely. And now a man into scoring position. Two outs and one in scoring position. And that's outside. And a ground ball to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. It's the Cubs 0, Pirates coming to bat. You're dialed into the show. Back here in Pittsburgh, and towing the slab here, Daniel Palencia. Base runners are tough to come by with him out there, Chris.
Well, he's been a very dependable starter for his club, and what stands out for me is that left-handed hitters have really struggled batting below 200 against him, and it just tells me they have a hard time tracking the baseball. Maybe it's the release point, maybe it's the motion, but just some way, somehow, they've got to figure out a way to pick it up and try to have some success from the left side.
O'Neal Cruz leading things off and takes a strike. Ball one there.
1-1.
Just missed. Swings through that one.
2-2.
And there's a ball.
You got a full count.
On the ground right side, and that one handled. Fires over to first. One up, one down. We take a check of the Pirates lineup put together by manager Derek Shelton. The sluggers in this lineup might not be too happy about the fact that the wind is blowing in today, Chris.
Yeah, and you hear pitchers talk about how good it feels when the wind is at their back. And for hitters, you almost feel like beyond just the pitcher coming at you, you've got this other force coming against you. So important to try to get on top of the ball in terms of hitting line drives, maybe really hard ground balls with a good exit velocity that'll get you a base hit, because it's very frustrating. You just hit one on the screws, think it's going to go out of the ballpark, and an outfielder is camped underneath it in front of the warning track.
2 balls, no strikes.
And a foul ball. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
These guys today are so great with handling velocity. They're seeing high speeds day after day, and a nice job of turning that one around.
Here's McCutchen. Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second. There's a ball, and that's a stolen base. Not even close.
Well, we all know this team is struggling right now, and sometimes you just got to do something different to generate some offense. A little more aggressive right there to put the pressure on the opponent. We'll see if it pays off on the scoreboard for this team.
That's off the inside corner, and now 2-0.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Man at second. That one misses. Ball 3.
Good pitchers make pitches in big situations, and right here with a middle of the order hitter up, runner in scoring position, he's got to find a way to throw a quality strike.
Yeah.
There's the strike. Reynolds, the runner at second with one away. Turned on, but that's foul down the third baseline. And that one got a piece of him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. Here's Joey Bart now. Swings through that one for strike 1.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
And there's a strike. Good heater at 98.
Don't play situation here. He's been working up in the zone. Typically, you look for guys to get that ground ball. See if he adjusts on this next pitch.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Got it. Covered plenty of distance there. And there's 2 down.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Brian Hayes in the box now. Takes strike 1. 2 outs. Couple of base runners at first and second. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. And that's a fair ball. And they strike first as they take a 1-0 lead. Matt Gorski will hit next. That one the other way. That's a base hit as a run scores.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
First and second, 2 outs. Now it's the veteran outfielder, Tommy Pham. Line drive. And foul ball.
Well, lots of pitches thrown in this first inning. It's kind of that nightmare scenario for starting pitching. But you know what? It's still early enough. He can settle in. He can get some length if he just cleans up his mechanics a little bit.
And delivers
1-1.
outside. Two on, 2 outs. That misses the zone. Ball 2.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
And a 2-1 on the way.
Ball.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When she elevates, guys aren't touching it.
Line to left and foul ball.
Look out. That ball was smoked. Man, I am so relieved that they have this netting down the lines. Just ensures safety for the fans. Last thing as a player, you want to look up and see a fan get hit.
Liner, base hit. Here comes Hayes around third. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single. It's 3-zip.
Stringing them together, that's 3 hits in a row. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Now it's the second baseman, Jared Triolo. Just missed.
Well, he's just given up 3 straight hits, and now behind in this count to this hitter. Might be a good time for somebody to call a timeout. Maybe the pitching coach go out there and talk to him just a little bit.
And that's way high. And that's ball 2. That clips the corner.
Probably the best one we have seen. Throwing it where he wanted to, have a nice tight spin to it, and a teaser just off the edge of the plate.
Tried to check his swing there. Now an appeal to first. That's a swing according to umpire Woody Keller. And that's downstairs and outside.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And that'll load the bases.
Oh, a great back and forth in that at bat. He had to lay off some really close pitches, and somehow Boogie found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
Isaiah Kiner-Falefa up to the plate. That misses.
That's a
ball one.
Big moment in this game. 2 outs, 2 runners in scoring position, and could really break this thing wide open early.
And a strike in there. The Cubs bullpen with some action. Shota Imanaga, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Check swing, and he went. And that is strike 2.
1 ball, 2
Hey, it's still early in this ball game, but you know, this at bat right here could be a big factor in the outcome. You think about it. There's a chance to really blow this thing open right here.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. And that'll keep more runs from coming in. Inning over. 3 runs for them here, and they move ahead. We head to the second from PNC Park. It's the Pirates 3 and the Cubs nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the first baseman, Michael Busch.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
And that's through there for a strike. It's 0-1.
A 3-0 lead is great, but you can't get too comfortable. Got to stay aggressive, keep attacking hitters, try to cruise through this ball game.
That one finds the zone, and it's 0-2.
Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
Fights it off. He'll see another. That one hit to right, and it falls. And a good start to the inning. So here's Horner now. Strike 1.
0-1.
Fly ball to right. And there's one down. So up next, Pete Crow Armstrong. He's already set a new career best for stolen bases in a season, Chris. Fought off foul.
Always tough to turn 2 on a speedster like this. It's even harder with him coming out of the left-handed batter's box. You really need something to hit hard on the ground that they can handle to turn 2 quickly.
Nice curveball for a strike. Time to check on our umpires. Earl Hendricks calling balls and strikes.
Yeah, well-liked umpire, Boog. Pretty consistent with his zone, so if you're familiar with him and how he works, you won't get too surprised by anything. Sometimes he'll give a little bit off the corner, but nothing too crazy at all.
Oh, that pitch got away from him, and that's a hit by pitch. 2 on with 1 out. Dansby Swanson stands in. Just missed. High in the air, out to right. McCutchen puts it away for the out. And there are 2 outs. John Birdie at the plate. That clips a corner. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some pitchers.
Out to short. Connor Falefa tosses to first. And that is that. Cubs strand a couple. They trail in this one 3-0. And we're back. Here's O'Neal Cruz.
No, Boog, I know it's obvious, but you just can't miss Cruz when he's on the field. I've never seen a player like him. I mean, he's 6'7", weighs 220 pounds, and is the tallest shortstop in the history of Major League Baseball.
And a foul ball. That's down and in. A slider missed. Inside.
That's a ball.
Now 2-2.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
In the air, right field. And that lands in no man's land, a foul ball. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming.
Well, he gave up on that pitch early, and it ended up staying in the zone. I'm sure he's kicking himself and would like that pitch again.
Tipped into the mid, strike 3. Brian Reynolds here. Singled and scored his first time. And that is in for a strike. 0-1.
It's 0-1.
And that's down and away. And that one upstairs. Fouls one off. 2-2. One down, base is empty.
Ball.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
3-2. Ball 4, tried another curve but couldn't locate it. So a man at first. Now here is Andrew McCutchen. First pitch, and that's in for a strike.
There it was, a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
Started after the 0-1 pitch, and now a check down to first. And he went around. That's ruled a swing. Close one, doesn't get the call. Now 1-2.
Just missing off the plate there, according to the umpire, and out there on the mound, maybe trying to get an explanation. Can't say he's convinced, but it looks like he's accepted it.
That missed by a lot. 2-2. Next offering is outside. And ball four, two aboard.
That's a tough one to swallow right there. If you're on the mound, you're ahead in the count 0-2, and you just couldn't find a way to put him away. It's going to be frustrating if that one comes back to bite him.
Here comes the manager out of the Cubs dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Daniel Palencia will depart. Not what they were hoping for from the opener, so we'll see a new arm on the mound when we get back. Shota Imanaga into the game.
He doesn't get a lot of strikeouts compared to other relievers, so he relies on getting that soft contact and the defense doing work behind him. They'll have to be on their toes with him on the bump.
Two on, one out. This is Joey Bart. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. That's in there. 0-1.
Really good job in this spot to get ahead in the count. He's going to have to continue, finish off this hitter.
Two on, one out. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Reynolds around third. He's safe, and they lead by 4.
Really nice job of two-strike hitting in that at bat. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
First and second, one out. At the plate for Pittsburgh, Ke'Bryan Hayes. RBI single his last time up, and that one fouled off. McCutchen over at second. Bart over at first with one away. Close, but called a ball. And that is ball 1.
Well, as a pitcher, when you make a big pitch down around the knees and don't get the call, it'll eat at you out there. So some handle it a little bit better than others. And right here, clearly letting the ump hear it a little bit.
On the ground to the left. And that's a fair ball. They're waving McCutchen home. He'll score. Throw cut off to second. But he's in there easily.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
So 2 in scoring position with 1 out. Up next for the Pirates, Matt Gorski. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Lined, and that's a base hit. 1 run is in. Now a long throw home. In there, he scores. It's 7-0. Runner on at first with 1 gone. Here's Tommy Pham. Singled and drove in a run his first time through. That's in there. Strike 1. Four runs already in the frame. Bottom half of inning number 2. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. On the ground. Throw is low, and it gets by. Tag, got him. Aggressive base running there, trying to take advantage of the defense, but he's out at third.
Well, an error like that, you look at the scoreboard and you kind of wonder if they are losing focus out there. And look, it can be tough to stay locked in when you're getting blown out. We've all been there. And I'm not saying that's definitely what happened on this play, but it's not a great look.
Jared Triolo, the next Pirate to hit. Walked his first time.
Boog, the runner at first needs to be careful right here. He's dealing with a pickoff artist on the mound. Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
Two outs.
1-2.
I don't like to say he wasted a pitch. I think that was a purpose pitch. Change the eye level, have him look up. Now go back exactly where you want to go.
Fights that one away. Still 1-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
On the ground, right side. He'll do it himself. That'll end the inning after a lot of scoring. So it's 4 runs for him, 3 hits, an error, and 1 left on base. We play 2 full. It's the Pirates 7 and the Cubs nothing. Back here at PNC Park, leading off Ian Happ.
He's got pop, which is a little sneaky because he's so comfortable with taking his base hits to the opposite field, but he can jump you if you make a mistake.
First pitch misses.
Well, every pitcher wants run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs.
Next offering way off the plate. Right through there for a strike. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. 1 out.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way. So credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
So here's Kyle Tucker now.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
First pitch just misses. Nowadays, with advanced metrics and increased use of moving the infielders around, defense isn't necessarily about making errors. Are you able to get to the ball? Are you able to position fielders where guys hit the ball, but within the new shift rules? One down, base is empty. Line drive, base hit. One gone, runner at first. And now it's going to be Seiya Suzuki. And there's a strike.
And an area that goes unnoticed is the coach that's responsible for positioning, and then the research person that's providing the information. So what we're seeing in baseball, so many more people behind the scenes that are contributing to the success between the lines.
Next offering is in for a strike. Back when you played, it wasn't the empirical data we have now. It was a guy with a ruler and a diamond taking a colored pencil and drawing a line where he thought someone had hit the ball, right?
That, or just going off of gut or feel. What does it look like his swing is today? What's the pitcher throwing? They are sticking to the metrics and what seems to be most consistent for that hitter, regardless of who the pitcher is on the mound.
So 1 out with 2 aboard. And next for the Cubs, Carson Kelly. First offering misses badly for ball 1. Tucker, the lead runner at second. Suzuki at first. 1 gone. That one found hard the other way.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And there's a foul ball. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Cruz hauls it in, and there's 2 away. So first and second with 2 outs. And up next for Chicago, Michael Busch. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Pop foul out of play off to the right.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
Two on, 2 outs. Yeah, that's fouled off. Pitch misses there, and the count is 1-2.
1-2.
First and second, 2 down. That one ripped. And that's going to bang against the wall. The run comes in to score from second. Not in time. He's safe.
There he is coming through with a knock right there. I like the fact that he can pick him up and put him down a little bit. First basemen aren't known for the speed, but you see him get that extra base hit there. Now he's in scoring position.
Nico Horner will come up to hit. Fly to right his first time. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. Base hit. 1 run is in. Here's the throw to the plate. It's off the mark, and he scores. It's 7-3. So 2 down. Pete Crow Armstrong, the next Cub to hit. First offering, and it just misses. On the ground to third, and it stays fair. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out. Dansby Swanson is going to get a chance to hit. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Traffic on the bases with 3 already across. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. And that drops in for a strike. Activity in Pittsburgh's bullpen. Carmen Majinski loosening up in case he's called upon by Derek Shelton. Bednar also getting ready. That misses the zone, and it's 2-1. He swings and fouls one off. 2 aboard, 2 outs. Dansby will head back to the dugout after the kill. They strike for 3 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and a couple left on. We head now to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Pirates 7 and the Cubs 3. Back here in Pittsburgh, here is Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. Shota back to work. That one close, ruled a ball. And that's ball one.
You know, these Pirates really impressing me with the quality of their bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. They jumped all over the starter and knocked him out of the game early. He just was never able to settle in, and the damage was done by the time he got the hook.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Oh, nothing too fancy on the strikeout pitch right there. Just a low 90s fastball, and I'm not sure he was trying to challenge him, but that's pretty much what happened. Very hittable location, but he found a way to just get it by him.
Cruz in the box again, takes a strike.
I mean, when you're chasing the opposing starter in the first inning or two, that's just such a tone setter for the game, and it puts the other team back on their heels, and it instills a lot of confidence in your lineup from top to bottom.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field. Swanson makes the call and the grab, and there's two away. Two outs, base is empty. Brian Reynolds, the next Pirate to hit. That one pushed foul. Two down, nobody on. And a slow curve drops in for a strike. Ground ball right side. He takes it on his own, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Nothing across here this half. On to inning number 4. It's the Pirates 7 and the Cubs 3. Carmen Mlodzinski taking over on the mound.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Here's the third baseman, John Birdie, grounded out to short in his first trip. Right through there for a strike.
Boog, one really cool moment I remember at PNC Park is the 2006 Home Run Derby during All-Star Weekend. David Ortiz and Ryan Howard each hit homers into the Allegheny River on the fly. Really awesome to watch.
That's low. That's a ball.
That one is upstairs.
That's a ball.
Didn't get the result he wanted, but that's a nice pitch right there.
And Earl Hendricks punches him out. That's a strikeout. Back to the top of the lineup. Ian Happ up to hit. 0 for 2 in this one. Happ measures 6 feet even, 30 years old now. A former first-round pick back in 2015. Base knock center field. Just kind of sliced that one into center. Here's Kyle Tucker. 1 for 2. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider. So now here's Kyle Tucker. Tucker, former 5th overall pick in the 2015 draft by the Astros. This guy's turned into a whale of a player. Check on the runner, and he's back in safely. Tucker hits for power. He's got 30 homer power, but the strikeout rate is under 20%. That misses the zone, and it's a ball and a strike. That one missing inside.
Inside, ball.
Swing and a miss, 98 on the gun. Pat leads off first with one away. That one out to right. And it falls. And they'll have runners at the corners after a one-out single. Runners at the corners here, one away. Seiya Suzuki now at the plate. You see the velocity, 97 with that fastball. Runners at the corners, one away. Top half of inning number 4.
Great spot to be in right here for the pitcher. He can either strike this guy out or get a ground ball double play.
Got him swinging. Went back to the slider, and it was a good idea.
Wow, just great bite to that slider. Broke hard out of the zone, and he just couldn't hold up the swing. You know, as a hitter, that pitch is really hard to take, and there's just not much you can do with it. You know that, but you don't want to get rung up by the umpire.
Kelly in the box here lets that one go for a ball. Runners at the corners with 2 outs. And it's fouled away. The 1-1 is fouled off. Chases the changeup in the dirt. Bart collects, fires to first. In time, the 2-3 strikeout ends the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to go, bottom 4. Here's Andrew McCutchen to hit. And that is out of play. Now a high fly ball out to left center. Crow Armstrong moves after it. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And a quick out, number 1. Here's the Pirates catcher now, Joey Bart. First pitch, and it just misses.
Ball out.
Base is empty, 1 away. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Misses with the 2-0, and he's fired 3 straight outside the strike zone. That clips the corner.
3-1.
Sliced hard but foul. Sets him down looking. Throws him with the heater at the knees. Now batting Key Brian Hayes. And when you talk about elite defensive third baseman, this guy is at the top of the list.
Stud. When you look at players like this, you play that hot corner. Got to be pretty courageous over there with the way balls come off the bat. That's the kind of guy that every year you expect him to be in the All-Star game and have a Gold Glove, if not a Platinum Glove.
The 1-0. Upstairs. So what are the skills you look for that make a really good defensive third baseman that elite?
Well, Boog, one of the things I think about immediately are just the feet. Does he have good feet? Is he able to quickly react? And when you have good feet, you've got soft hands. And soft hand defenders are able to make tough plays look easy.
2 out, space is empty. Line drive. Coming on is Happ. He's there to make the catch. And that ends the inning. Nothing doing here this half. We played 4. It's the Pirates 7 and the Cubs 3. On the mound now for the Pirates, Andrew Heaney.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
So up now for Chicago, Michael Busch.
Drove it off the wall last time, just missed out on a home run.
Ball one there.
You know, these Cubs, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. We've seen how many line drive base hits they've been able to produce in this one.
Yeah.
6 to be exact, and they've all been pretty loud.
That misses the zone, and a count 2-1. Now one
Ball,
missed.
that's high.
Foul ball. And he hits a ground ball right side. The throw to first. One up, one down. Here's Nico Horner. Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the players that we see day in, day out. Cruz pulls it in on the run.
That was just a great jump and route to the ball. Well, it had to be. If he was going to cover all that ground and bring in that sinking liner, that's the way it had to be done. Nice job. Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
Crow Armstrong up for the third time and takes ball one. Singy, one of the things that's interesting is that guys really don't worry about swing and miss from an offensive standpoint anymore. So when you see somebody who contacts the ball like this, do you think of that as plus value?
Absolutely, if he's doing damage. Now, if he's rolling over and grounding out, then it's a different story. But, yeah, if he can put the ball in the gaps or over the fence, 100%. Yeah, and the domino effect of that is running up pitch counts on pitchers and then either getting them to a place of fatigue or getting into the bullpen perhaps before you get to those higher leverage arms at the back end.
2 outs. Goes down looking. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. They're down 4. It's 7-3. ready to go for the last half of the inning. And here is Matt Gorski. One of the things that Jim Leland used to say when I was broadcasting with the Marlins, the longer a plate appearance goes for a batter, the more likely it is that something good will happen for the hitter. And that misses. 1-1.
1-1.
Yeah, and I figured you would get Kotsay into this because you had a free dinner at his house the other night.
That is true. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. And that one is inside.
That's a ball. You got a full count.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Swing and a ground ball. Fair ball. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Around first and hustling for second. He's in there.
Having himself a really nice game at the plate. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Tommy Pham, the next Pirate to hit. Here's the pitch. Runner on the move. That's in for a strike. Throw, and they got him.
You know, I'm not really sure why he was even going for third right there, especially after getting a pretty bad jump from second. You got to shut it down at that point if you don't get off to a good break. It didn't even take a good throw to get him at third.
Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. And a curve is down and in. One down, base is empty. That one misses. The count now 2-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. And that is downstairs. And now it's 3-2.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound he's already thrown 13 pitches. They got him working hard out there.
Got him swinging. Two down, base is empty. Jared Triolo, the next Pirate to hit. He's 0 for 1. That one's in there, 0-1.
0-1.
Here's a high chopper. Bush. The flip to the pitcher cover. That is the inning. No runs, one hit, no errors, and no one left. We're through 5. It's the Pirates 7 and the Cubs 3. And we're back. Start of the 6th, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And leading off, Dansby Swanson. Heaney back to work. That just
Ball,
misses.
that's high.
And that's ball one. And that one a little bit
that's
high.
up.
And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Gorski puts it away, one away.
Well, that's what he's looking for with the fastball above the zone. A swing and miss or weak contact.
And next for the Cubs, John Birdie. That's off the mark.
Ball.
1-0. And another ball. This to third, and that chance handled. Slings it across. 2 quick outs to open the top of the 6th. So the batting order turns over. Ian Happ, the next Cub to hit.
Come on, Pirates, you can do it.
Check swing, and he went. That's strike 1.
0-1.
Happ lays off.
Ball. 1-1.
This one in the air. Gorski settles underneath it. Brings it in. And that's the 3rd out. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. 9-1-2 scheduled to hit in the home half of the 6th. It's the Pirates 7 and the Cubs 3. Bottom of the inning at the plate for Pittsburgh, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. First pitch misses.
1-0.
And a foul ball.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
The shortstop takes the ball. Gets under it and pops it up. Horner. He's got it. And there's one down. So the Pirates batting order turns over. So next to the plate for Pittsburgh, O'Neal Cruz. 0 for 3 in this one. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
So O'Neal Cruz is named after Paul O'Neal. That was his father's idol in baseball, so he named his son O'Neal. In 2022, they finally met each other when the Pirates played the Yankees in New York, and I'm sure that was a moment that O'Neal Cruz will never forget.
Base is empty, one away here in the bottom of the 6th. Pitch misses,
1 ball, 2 strikes.
and it's 1-2. Ground ball,
Foul
left
ball.
side, and it goes just foul.
Ball. 2-2.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Ninth pitch of the at-bat due next. That one misses in the dirt.
Full count.
Battling here as he fouls it away. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
Came inside with that two-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with two strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Reynolds in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Some hitters are just more confident if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
This one popped up. Foul ground first base side. Bush brings it in for the third out. So they go quietly there. Seventh inning coming up. It's the Pirates 7 and the Cubs 3. Top of inning number 7. Now it'll be the Cubs DH, Kyle Tucker. First pitch just misses.
1-0.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So a runner aboard to start the inning. Seiya Suzuki, the next Cub to hit. Liner, and that should be extra bases. Tucker headed for third, and he boots it. Coming home. He will score.
Comes through with the RBI. Man, that feels so good to shoot an absolute bolt the opposite way. Split the gap and know that you've got extra bases right off the bat. That's the kind of thing hitters dream about when they're falling asleep at night. Now a huge at bat in this game coming up.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Carson Kelly. That one finds the zone. That's strike one.
No, that's high.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up, that's in on your hands. That'll pop you up in the infield, and that's exactly what the pitcher wants.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Runner at third, nobody out. Here in the top half of inning number 7. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going.
This guy's seen 2 changeups in a row. Could be a little vulnerable for a fastball right here.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Andrew Heaney done for the afternoon, and he leaves a runner at third. So we'll see how the next pitcher deals with that when we get back. Pirates with a new arm on the mound, Hunter Stratton.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Michael Bush, the next Cub to hit.
You have to stay disciplined in these at-bats. Try not to chase. A strikeout here is the last thing you want.
And that's downstairs. Ball 1. Whacked out to center field. That's well struck. That ball's carrying. See you later. That one felt good. It's his 6th home run of the season, and they throw a pair on the board. It's 7-6. They needed that one, Singy.
Indeed they did. They've been fighting to get back into this game, and just like that, they're back in it. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
Nico Horner, the next Cub to hit. Just off the outside edge, and that is ball 1. There's the strike. Activity in the bullpen. Paul Skeens loosening up in case he's called upon by Derek Shelton. Baraki getting loose as well. On a line, base hit. And that puts the tying run on base. Now at the plate, Pete Crow Armstrong. A little bit low. Ball 1. Man at first, one away. That one's in there. 1 ball, 1 strike.
That's a real nice cutter right there. I mean, this guy can struggle with the inside pitch at times, so I'd say that's pretty effective if you can continue to command it on that side of the plate.
Corner on the go. On the ground, right side. Gorski steps on the bag. No chance at the double play with the runner in motion.
Good two-seam action right there, running away from the batter, rolled over it, got the ground out.
Swanson digs in. This is what stat nerds like myself might call a high leverage situation.
Yeah, Boog, not sure what the numbers say, but clearly an at-bat that could change the course of this game dramatically.
Just missed.
Outside. Ball.
Corner on at second with 2 down. In the air, left field. Van brings it in, and that's the 3rd out.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there. Sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Brad Keller.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
3, 4, 5 due up for the home team. At the plate for Pittsburgh, Andrew McCutchen. Swing and a pop-up. Foul at a play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. That's too low. And 1-1. Meanwhile,
1-1.
activity in the bullpen. Porter Hodge getting ready to go. Thielbar also throwing. Fought off foul. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Next, it's the Pirates cleanup hitter, Joey Bart. That one off the mark, and that's ball one. Keller, a 6'5" righty. He features a slider, a four-seamer, a sinker, and he works in a changeup. Drips one to right. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 2 down.
He was all over that fastball right there. I tell you what, if he gets under it just by a fraction of an inch or a little bit more, that's way back.
2 outs, base is empty. Ke'Bryan Hayes, the next Pirate to hit. And there's a ball.
That missed. 1-0.
And that one pulled foul. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the bottom of the 7th. That one fouled off. Two down, nobody on. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Rolled over to third. In time to Bush. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Bucks go down quietly as they still lead by 1. It's 7-6. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Paul Skeens.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Now the third baseman, John Birdie, 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. That one in triple digits.
Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
Check swing, called strike. And that's a strikeout looking. Called strike 3 and a fastball up in the zone.
Pretty big strikeout right there to start this 8th inning. Down 1. Any leadoff base runner really makes this inning a bit more interesting. But now this offense has to switch from possibly trying to manufacture a run to needing to run into something or just try to string multiple hits together to get a run across the plate.
Happ in the box now. Takes strike 1. Outside low, and it's a ball and a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
And here's the DH for the Cubs, Kyle Tucker. Right through there for a strike. Looking to get the tying run on base. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. That one misses. 1-2 to count.
Good purpose pitch right there. Trying to tease him, get him to raise his sights, pop something up, and make it an easy out.
There's a swing and a drive. Going back, up against the wall, and brings it in. So they make short work of him there. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Pirates 7 and the Cubs 6. Back here in Pittsburgh, on to the bottom of the 8th, and now Matt Gorski. That one finds the zone, and that's strike 1. That's down and in.
1-1.
And now 2 balls and a strike. And that skips in the dirt.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
Now here is Tommy Pham. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Runner at first with no outs here. Slides, but he can't come up with it. First and second, no outs. Triolo, the next to hit. Popped up, and that's foul. Shortened the bunt and missed it. 0-2 now.
Well, they're willing to give up an out here. This is a big spot, so you have to make it count.
Outside low, and a count 1-2. Gorski, the lead runner, out at second. Pham at first with no outs. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. The high heat too much on that one. So digging in, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa.
Well, bottom of the order here, Boog. You got to go right after this guy.
As they look to pick up an add-on run, and the number 9 guy at the plate. And that one clips the corner. The shortstop takes the ball. The 1-1 is fouled off.
Two and two.
In the dirt. Inside 3-2 the count.
This is a really good feeling for a hitter. At this point in the ball game, you know that they don't want to walk you, so you're going to get a pitch to hit. You just better not miss it.
Runners at first and second with one gone. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Roll to short, could be 2. That throw is wide. He has to lunge off the bag to get it. No outs on the play. Bases now loaded.
That's a play you expect your shortstop to make pretty much every time. Pretty routine. Hard to tell if he didn't get a great grip on it or the mechanics on him just broke down, but that gives this offense an extra out to work with.
O'Neal Cruz, the next Pirate to hit. Golden opportunity right here. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Kelly pulls that one down, and there's 2 away.
Oh, that's a frustrating at bat right there. Big opportunity and just missed it. I know he wanted to do some damage. Next guy will have to pick him up.
Brian Reynolds, the next Pirate to hit.
You have to be careful throwing him breaking pitches, even in an 0-0 count. He loves going after the off-speed stuff, and he's really good at hitting it.
Squirts away a little bit, but no advance from the runners. Skips in, and excellent work to corral that one. Could have been dangerous. In the air, center field. Crow Armstrong should have it. And that will end the inning. Pirates leave them loaded. They'll try and hold on to their 7-6 lead. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Claude Taylor. A chance at his first save of the year. Well, one-run game. So up now for Chicago, Seiya Suzuki. Line drive. Coming on is Fan to make the play. And there's one away.
Man, that's so frustrating. You hit the ball hard. You understand the situation. You want to get on base and try to score that tying run, but no reward right there, and just going to have to sit on it.
Kelly up to bat next. Lays off for a ball.
1-0.
Edge of the zone for a strike, and the count even at 1.
1-1.
One-run game here in the top of the 9th. Swing and a line drive ripped out into right center. That's a base hit.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
One down, runner at first. And here's the first baseman, Michael Bush.
And it may be a long.
Runner takes off. Tap foul at the plate. Rips that one to right. Makes the grab, and there's 2 gone. One out left for the Cubs. Nico Horner getting ready to hit.
Typically, the outfield defense will play a little bit deeper just to keep the ball in front, make sure that runner on first doesn't come all the way around to score and tie this ball game up.
Ball one low. Swing and a grounder, foul first base side.
He's mixing his pitches really well, late on that fastball after seeing the changeup. See if he can elevate one. I think if he does, he'll get the swing and miss.
This could end it. Spoils the two-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Two outs.
No, that's in.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches.
Ground ball to the right side, and that's just foul. Lifted to left, and this should do it. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Pirates hold on to win a tight one as this one ends as a one-run ball game.
The ball for his first career save deserves to be on display at his house. I mean, it's kind of like when a restaurant frames its first dollar bill somewhere on a wall. You just can't forget your first save.